YouTube, how we doing? PPS here. YouTube play of the daytime. We got a Tuesday full of action, college basketball, NBA, ready to roll. And coming off of a nice weekend. I'm sorry, it's getting too hot already, man. It's getting too hot already with this hat on. So gotta switch that up. It's we cranked the heat up in here because it's obviously been snowing here out in Wisconsin. So let's get through this recap and we'll get you guys on your way for today. We always like getting those sweeps. I think we've hit our last 7 video plays, or last six video plays. Taj Brooks over 127.5 rushing. Ended up with 180, right? He absolutely crushed West Virginia. I was kind of worried they're going to pull him. Shout out Garrett Green for just putting a couple touchdowns on the board, keeping Taj in the game. Really nice spot there. We obviously cashed in with Syracuse as well. Pretty big winner there. Feel great about that one. That one felt pretty good. Miami obviously lost that game. Crazy comeback by Syracuse. It should be these last couple weeks here going to be interesting to see who actually makes it into the college football playoffs. So heading into today, I got one college, one NBA. We're 7-3 college football. Feeling good about that. 5-4, 2-2. All right, let's add on to it today. I'm just going to pull up my screen. I'm going to show you both plays right away. There are better lines as well. I believe I can get Cade at -108 on a few books. And this is the best line available unless you have ESPN bet, but screw that, man. I ain't using ESPN bet. So let's start out here. We'll start out with SMU. I love this spot for SMU. I absolutely love this spot from SMU. I'm going to be rolling with them pretty heavy today, and here's why. So Alabama State playing a top 100 pace in the country. They've had a really tough schedule too. So shout out to them. They're going out. They're getting their paydays, taking some whoopings out there. They've played LSU already, at LSU, at UNLV, at Cincinnati. Akron's a good team as well. Those are their 4 losses. They beat Omaha and beat Lamar as well. So they've played some good teams, but SMU going to obviously be the best team they've played so far. And I'm just kind of worried about running this pace with SMU because SMU, they're running this year, guys. They're trying to run up scores on these a little bit, subpar teams. 30th in the country in adjusted offense. They're 118 in tempo, so it should bounce up a little bit here. But I think those are numbers that when we play or when SMU plays lower level teams, we've seen them run up the score pretty big, right? So the last 3 games have kind of brought that pace down, but we've seen them in their games where they've played lesser competition. These guys run and gun, right? UNC Greensboro, extremely slow team. They won that game, right? Butler, slow team. They lost. But then you got Washington State. They play pretty slow. Mississippi State, high scoring game. They lost a little bit slower than they're usually used to. But when we see them play the, Tarleton State, 96, Florida A&M, 102, Prairie View, 110, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like this game, I have a feeling is going to be run up pretty quick. My issue here with Alabama State is their top 5 scorers, right? Their top 5 scorers are all guards. They're all very good shooters for this conference. I'll say that. But they have no size, guys. Like, of their top 5 scorers, their biggest guy is 6'5", 185. SMU is going to torch these dudes in the paint. I'm kind of concerned, man. They're going to get ran up on these guys bad because you look at the bigs for SMU, right? They're rolling. I'm going to say his name is Samet. I'm not even going to try his last name. He's 7'2" from Turkey, right? Istanbul, Turkey. 7'2". You got Traore. I believe he played at UCSB. He's 6'11" from France. Like, those boys are going to pretty much get any offensive rebound they want, unless they play a zone, which, again, if they play a zone on the season so far, they're shooting 38% from 3. You got Chuck Harris and Aquendo, both over 45%. Like, I just don't see a way that these guys slow down SMU. I think this is an absolute bloodbath. I was expecting this like 92. Sign me up. If you want to take the spread, I'm fine with that, but I'd rather just take the total because I think SMU I think they get to 100 tonight. So loving that spot. Let's pull this up. We are at Cade right now. So I do want to pull up my screen here. This is going to be the Jackson bot here. Just something that I've posted about, but I don't know if everybody's actually seen it. So I'm in obviously the pro level one because I obviously work for them and write for them, and obviously getting to use extra tools is kind of something that kind of obviously helps a lot here too. I don't know why I have this in my bet slips, but it just really makes this a lot quicker breakdown here. Obviously, I have a little bit more than just this, but Cunningham on excellent form kind of gives you like a little breakdown here. 6 straight double-doubles, has a triple-double here. This is a big cup game, right? And this is something that, like, if you're not fully locked into the NBA right now in the NBA Cup, then this is pretty important stuff for you to see. I put my info for that in the description here. If you guys want to jump over there, I give you 50% off over there. So it's just something I use. So I only promote stuff that I use. So just something that's really helped me in there. I love this spot. NBA Cup stuff is obviously very important. I was happy that Cade got a game in before this one, right? Because he had like missed 4 or 5 games, played last 2 games. I'm assuming healthy if they ran him out there for, mid 30s minutes in the game. I'm all in with Cade today. I think 38.5 is a very, very fair price. The Bucks can't stop anybody. I mean, they've been playing a little bit better, but you got to think they're 4-point dogs in this one. You kind of expect Cade to have to do his thing. And who's guarding him? I don't know, Gary Trent or Dame. I ain't worried about those matchups. He's crushed earlier in the year against the Bucks. He's got his shooters in there. I mean, Jalen Duren hasn't even played, so I think it's just going to be all shooters. You're going to have Isaiah Stewart on the outside, just kind of get Brook Lopez out of the paint there. I think this could be a pretty fun game. I think the 220 total is a little light, which is probably another reason this number's a little bit low. But, man, I really like this spot for Cade against my Bucks. I think he absolutely crushes this number. Bucks allowing almost 113 points a game this year, significantly worse than in the past. I think they're starting to click a little bit on offense, which is nice, but I think Cade's got to be the driving point of this one. So sign me up, Cade Cunningham, over 38.5 points, rebounds, assists at -108. That's on Rivers. That's on a few other Bucks DraftKings. It's -115. Like I said, guys, I kind of showed you guys my records across all 3. I don't usually do too many NBA spots, but I do think this is a great one so far. So really like this one. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We've seen a ton of support on the channel. If you could, obviously hit the like button. It goes a long way. Dropping comments goes a long way. I don't know why, but the algorithm loves that stuff. So if you could, really appreciate it. Drop your best bet in the comment below. You got NHL, you got college basketball, you got NBA. This is a loaded slate today. I'm excited for this one. So thank you guys so much. Best of luck today on this big slate, and we'll talk tomorrow live on Pass the Prop.